Why I left South Africa after I stayed there for 5 years and coming back to Zimbabwe, and I tried to go to Asia and stay in Vietnam, but I come back again. Why did I leave those countries and come back to my own country, Zimbabwe? A lot of people wonder why I'm still in Zimbabwe. Why am I still here? What am I doing? This is the reason why I come back to Zimbabwe. Welcome to Cecilia Talk Show. Uh, my main reason of coming back to Zimbabwe was that things were not just working out for me. Things were not just working out for me. If I try to go out, they just don't work out. That's why I decided to come. No matter how much I try, me, I'm a hustler. Me, I work. If work was a person, it was going to be called me, Cecilia. I do work and I hustle. But when I go out, things they don't just work out. So maybe I'm not supposed to be going out. I'm supposed to be here. Yeah. You know, I try. When I went to South Africa, I spent almost 5 years. We tried to set up businesses. We tried to work. We tried everything. But all the hard works, it couldn't even make a sense for me. Relocation is something that we have to reconsider when you want to travel. When you want to relocate, you have to think twice or thrice or thrice. Don't rush to relocate. I tried to relocate, firstly in South Africa, here, my neighboring country. I spent 5 years, and I tell you, it didn't work out. It didn't work out. Some people are staying there because they're scared of coming back home. They're scared of people. What are people going to say? What are they going to say about me? Some people, they spend about 20 years in South Africa. They spent 30 years, their lifetime, and they will die there and they'll come back in a coffin. Why? Is it moving? Is the life going on? No. They are struggling in South Africa. But for them to come back to Zimbabwe, they just can't come back. They can't face reality back home. Why? Because they didn't build anything. They didn't invest back home. So they are scared of coming back home. As for me, I wasn't scared. I tried by all means, but it didn't work out. I have to come back home. Every time I think of my son, I could cry. Every time I think about Zimbabwe, how I made it in Zimbabwe, and I'm failing in outside Zimbabwe, I couldn't pay it. You know, conditions outside Zimbabwe are so hard. It would be very hard for you to get 100 rand when you're in South Africa. But in Zimbabwe, you can get it. You can get a $5 within some hours. You can get a $10. So rentals are high in South Africa. The rentals are high. If you compare rentals in Harare and South Africa, rentals in South Africa, they're expensive than in Zimbabwe. And it's very difficult for you to live when you don't have a proper job that will give you money every month. It's very difficult. Especially again if you don't have papers. If you don't have a work permit or a citizenship. It's very hard. So for me to always run away from the police, for me to always run away from the police asking me, where is your passport? I couldn't bear it. I have to come back to Zimbabwe. And I tried to go to Asia, Vietnam. Yes, I went on another note as well as I was looking for employment. I couldn't get the job within the 3 months of my visa. So for me to look for another business visa to go out, to go on a visa run in another country nearby, like Malaysia or Hong Kong, the cost for me to spend doing that visa run, it was too much for me to continue staying there and spend the other 3 months looking for a job. I didn't have that much, so I have to come back. Life in diaspora is not easy, guys. There is no social life in diaspora. You don't have anyone to talk to. You mind your own hokoso. You don't have anyone to smile with, to laugh with, except your phone. So, as for me, I couldn't do it. In Zimbabwe, there's freedom. There is freedom in Zimbabwe. There's good temperatures. There's good weather conditions. There is good food. The environment is conducive. Everything is proper in Zimbabwe. People are friendly in Zimbabwe. Out there, you can't even talk to anyone. If you say hi, they will not respond. They are scared of you. My advice to those who want to relocate, whether UK, whether Australia, whether Asia, whether South Africa, Mozambique, Zambia, this is my take. If you want to relocate to neighboring countries like South Africa, Mozambique, Zambia, get your papers ready. Don't just cross the border. Don't just jump the border. Guys, cross the border properly. Have your passport. Have the number of days that you are going there. And let your passport be stamped. You must have your permits. Guys, don't just jump the border. Otherwise, you'll get stuck there. It will not work out. You will struggle, my dear sister, my dear brother. Hear it from me. Don't just go for the sake of running away from your country, of just going out of the country. Don't just go. That's my take. To the people who are there already, in South Africa, in Botswana, Zambia, Malawi, and things are not working out, please come back home. Please, don't be scared of people. You are not living for the people. You are living for your life and your family. Just come back. Start from there. You start from there. If you can manage to live in a mukuku in South Africa and yet you are in Zimbabwe, why can't you live in high-density suburbs here in Zimbabwe and have a peace of mind? Come back home and start all over again. There's still hope for you here in Zimbabwe. There's still life here in Zimbabwe. You can make it. You can make it. People are hustling in Zimbabwe and they're making money in Zimbabwe. Come back. I've got a brother of mine who is now 20 years or more, about 25 years in South Africa. What is he doing there? You can't even count what he has bought. He doesn't have anything except kids. He has got kids only. So what's that? Come back home and start all over again. You'll be surprised within a year you are somewhere else. Yeah, you'll be somewhere else. People are hustling here. If you sell, if you order here and put it on another's point B, you make money. Order from point A and put it point B and put a 25% markup. You're surviving. You have your bread and butter and you have a shelter to live on. So why are you wasting your time and your energy and your sweat that you are getting? Nothing. And good enough to those who are in the States, who went to Australia and UK. You went with all your papers and you went with your jobs already. At least you are better, right, than those who went to the neighboring countries without papers. People in UK, you are better off. But my advice is, if it's not working out for you, because UK is not for everyone, America is not for everyone. It's not for everyone. If it's not working out for you, come back. Come back. A lot of people are coming back and they're making money back home. Take your expertise from UK and bring it here. You'll make millions. You'll make money. So don't waste your time juggling around. Don't waste your time. Come back and start all over again. Start all over again. There's still hope. To those who are already there and life is moving on, I encourage you to invest back home. You never know what will happen tomorrow. You should have a backup. Have a backup plan. Build home, invest home, so that when you come back, you have a place to put your head on. You won't struggle. Yes. Because surely people will laugh at you. Why were you doing there? What were you doing there? So that's my take. Does it mean that I don't have to travel? I don't have to go out of the country? No. I go. I travel. I visit. I go on holiday. I go on business and come back. That's me. I'm cool with that. I'll go back, spend 2 months, 3 months, and come back. I'll go there, spend 6 months, come back. Not to stay there, but visiting and doing business and come back. That's me. You know, staying out of the country is not for everyone. It's not for everyone. Now I know it. It's not for everyone. If it was for everyone, by now I was supposed to be in UK. But it's not for everyone. My blessing is here. My blessing is in my motherland, Zimbabwe. That's why I'm here. Kindly subscribe to this channel for more videos. Thank you very much for your support.